Sairam, we will now resume chapter 10. Manifestation of Brahma. Though Sai Baba looked like a man, 3 cubits and a half in length, still he dwelt in the hearts of all. Inwardly, he was unattached and indifferent, but outwardly, he longed for mass welfare. Though inwardly an abode of peace, he looked outwardly restless. Inwardly, he had the state of Brahma. Outwardly, he seemed engrossed in the world. Sometimes he looked on all with affection, and at times he threw stones at them. Sometimes he scolded them, while at other times he embraced them and was calm, composed, tolerant, and well balanced. He always abided and was engrossed in the self, and was well disposed towards his bhaktas. He always sat on one asan and never travelled. His satka was a small stick which he always carried in his hand. He was calm and thought free. He never cared for wealth and fame and lived on alms. Such a life he led. He always uttered Allah Malik. God is the real owner. Entire and unbroken was his love for the bhaktas. He was the mine or storehouse for self knowledge and full of divine bliss. Such was the divine form of Sai Baba, boundless, endless, and undifferentiated. One principle which envelops the whole universe, from a stone to Brahma, incarnated in Sai Baba. The really meritorious and fortunate people got this treasure grove in their hands, while those people who, not knowing the real worth of Sai Baba, took him to be a mere human being and were indeed unfortunate. His stay in Shirdi and probable birth date. None knew or knows the parents and the exact date of birth of Sai Baba, but it can be approximately determined by his stay in Shirdi. Baba first came to Shirdi when he was a young lad of 16 and stayed there for 3 years. Then, all of a sudden, he disappeared for some time. After some time, he reappeared in the Nizam state near Aurangabad and again came to Shirdi with the marriage party of Chand Patil when he was about 20 years old. Thence, he stayed in Shirdi for an unbroken period of 60 years, after which Baba took his Mahasamadhi in the year 1918. From this, we can say that the year of Baba's birth is approximately 1838 AD. These two stories are slightly different than the ones we've read before, and in these, we can see that it's impossible to gauge a guru or a satguru. It's impossible to gauge the truth and the bigness of a satguru. It is sometimes impossible to even understand the people in our lives. So, understanding a Sadguru is sometimes completely beyond us, and that's okay. It is okay to not understand everything about a Sadguru, that sometimes they get angry, sometimes they're affectionate. A Sadguru is always acting from compassion and with our interests of liberation at heart. It is beyond our understanding of why they get angry at times, why they lose their temper. Recently, someone asked me that how could Baba eat non-veg? Did he promote eating meat? And the true answer is we can never understand their motives or why they do what they do. In my opinion, in my very humble experience, they transcend all these do's and don'ts of the human existence. They have no duality. This obviously does not sanction us human beings who have karma, who are in the clutches of Maya, to use that as an excuse to behave poorly, to hurt someone, to get angry at people, or to kill animals, or anything like that. It would be a big cop out and a very dangerous understanding of these texts if that is what we take away from them. Even the second story we have, they're just making calculated guesses of how old Baba was and when he was born. But the truth is that it's okay to let mysteries remain mysteries at times. You don't have to understand everything. It is an important part of the spiritual journey to sometimes accept that there will be large parts of our existence that will always remain a mystery. We will conclude this session now and we will resume chapter 10 in the next session. Sai Ram.